everyone, Daisy here again with another layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict Cut Files. Today I am doing a rainbow inspired layout. Virginia has just released her second class, which is called Creative Cuts 2, and this one is available in her Etsy shop. Her first class, Creative Cuts, was available in big picture classes, so if you are interested in looking at that one, that is available there. This one is available in her Etsy shop. I believe it is about $23 US, and it includes 6 lessons, all with a theme of rainbows. For each lesson, you get a exclusive cut file, as well as access to, there's a PDF with the step-by-step kind of walkthrough of the lesson, and then there's also an exclusive video attached to each lesson. So the cut file I'm using today is not one that is available in the class. However, this is one that is available separately in the Etsy shop, and this one is just called Rainbow, and it's a beautiful rainbow with the sunshine and some clouds. So what I did is, when I cut it out in silhouette, is I left so this is actually an outline cut file, but I took out some of the centers of the clouds so that they would cut as a solid, because I knew I was going to leave them white. I did cut 2 of them out because I'm going to pop them up on some foam. And then to decorate my rainbow, I am using my gelatos. These are the Iridescent 2, I think, set from Faber-Castell. And I'm just rubbing them on and rubbing it in with my finger. I'm not using any water. I didn't prep this. And I was going for kind of that messy kind of like crayon look. So I really like how this turned out. I'm sorry, I'm not using my finger. I'm using this little foam thing that came with it. I started out using my finger, but I am going kind of, typical-ish kind of rainbow, and just kind of adjusting the colors as I feel like they need it. I want it to be vibrant, but not too vibrant, so I just keep kind of going over it. And the set didn't have a red, so I'm using a pink instead. And just rubbing it in. I do have a piece of paper behind it to kind of keep my desk from being a total disaster, but it's a total disaster anyway because I don't clean up after myself. So now I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to take the kind of outline part of the cut file, and I am going to fill in all of the cloud pieces. So there you can see I left those 3 cloud pieces there filled in. So I released the compound path in my Silhouette Design Studio and took out the centers of the clouds, deleted them, and then I highlighted everything and kind of remade it a compound path. And now I'm just taking some Nouveau glitter paste, and I think this is like diamond or ivory or something like that, and I am just kind of scraping it on using one of my little spatulas here and trying to do a nice even layer. I'm going to do even the 2 inside parts for the clouds that I cut out, because I'm just going to pop those up on some fun foam, but I want them to match everything else. And I love how these clouds turn out. They're so sparkly. And then everything's going to get set off to the side because that paste needs to dry. And I lost a little bit of footage here. I don't know, it got corrupted or something. But all I did is I stitched around the edge of that white piece of paper, and I also cut out the center of that rainbow piece of paper. I'm using my February hip kit, and that rainbow piece is one of the exclusive papers that came in the February hip kit. But it reminds me a lot of, I think like Amy Tangerine had one like this, and also Cocoa Vanilla Studios had one like this, I'm pretty sure. So it's a pretty common print if you're looking for one. Dear Lizzy might have as well. But anyway, so I just stitched around using some white thread a few times. I put some crepe paper at the top and bottom and stitched that down as well, and just kind of like ruffled it up. And then I'm going to use this photo, and this is of my youngest daughter in her dance costume. She didn't get to actually perform any dances because of COVID, so all of the competitions got canceled. But she did get to do one performance for the family, so we did get to see her dance once in her, and I'm so jealous of this costume. It's covered in sequins. I'm pretty sure I've scrapped this before, but I am absolutely in love with it, so I'll probably scrap it again. She's too big now, she won't fit in it, so I can't like take more pictures. But yeah, so I'm just going to take the outline here of this cut file and glue this down. And I'm just going to glue it down flat, because then I'm going to pop up the rainbow pieces as well as those extra cloud pieces. And I wanted the cut file to kind of hang off the edges, so I cut down that inside white piece to, I think it's like 10 by 10. And now I'm just using, so I have some foam adhesive from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and just sticking that down. And this is double-sided adhesive. It works really great, but I had just cut my nails because for my job I can't have nails, and yeah, taking the backing off is a real struggle for me sometimes, so. But I love, love, love how this looks. I'm so happy with the way this layout turned out. I have been like lacking some scrappy mojo for a while, and I love how this turned out so much. It kind of goes a little off the rails for me towards the end, but I still love it, so. And just I'm gluing the sun pieces down flat because I wanted it to look like the rainbow was like in front of the sun. And then I'm cutting off some thread and just kind of wrapping it? No. I don't know. Coiling it, I guess, behind where the clouds are going to be. And then I'm going to put some behind the photo as well. And here I am struggling to get those adhesive pieces off of that foam tape. And just getting that stuck down, and then I have this other little cloud here. And so I am doing a little bit of liquid glue along with the foam adhesive just to try to help grab onto that thread so it doesn't kind of pull out funny. And again, struggling hard with that. So while I'm doing that, if you haven't already, head on over to Facebook and join the Facebook group. It's COAPA, or no, it's Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. The Etsy shop is COAPA Cut Files. In the Facebook group this month, there are going to be some freebies that are only available for this month, and that's it. They're not going to be available in the shop like most of the freebies are. These are kind of like a one-time thing. So if you're interested in them, I would head on over and grab them. And then don't forget to stop on over at the shop, pick up your favorite like rainbow inspired or really any inspired cut file, and try out her class. It's really great. I highly recommend it. And you get those 6 exclusive cut files, which they're all rainbow themed, and they are fantastic because Virginia just really knows her way around a cut file. So now I'm just backing my photo, and I used a couple of papers there. They were just little scraps that I had, also from my hip kit. This is actually, is this my last month? Or no, this is my January hip kit, I'm sorry. I'm getting one more hip kit, and then I have to stop my subscription. But I have enjoyed it thoroughly, so if you're interested in a kit club. And now I'm just playing around with some little scraps of paper here to see if I want to do some kind of layering, and I do end up sticking a couple down. And I don't know why I chose to do the kind of diagonal that I did. I kind of would have preferred if I would have done the diagonal going the other way, but you know, too late. It was all stuck down already. So here's where I kind of like lose my way. So I had intended to use a stamp set by Ellie Studio. And I can't remember what the stamp set's called, but I'll show it here in a few minutes. And I was going to use kind of this like confetti type stamp and stamp it in the background somehow, but then I already stuck everything down, so I couldn't figure out how to make that work. So instead I decided to use these wood veneer pieces, and they have hearts and stars, and so I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull out some chipboard that are flowers and stars and hearts. And then I'm going to pull out a couple of die cuts here. I felt like because I had that purple behind the photo that I needed to have some more purple, so I find a couple of things. I think like a little heart and a little banner that says happy. And yeah, so I mean, if you follow my channel, you know, it's been kind of a while in between my scrapping. And so this is kind of where I lost it. Like I got to the rainbow part and I loved it, and then I started embellishing and I was just really having a hard time. And like I said, I do end up loving how it turned out, but it was really kind of difficult to get there. I think this layout took me like almost 2 hours, which for me is unheard of. I mean, usually I'm like 45 minutes tops and I'm done. This one just, for some reason, just kept going and going. So those are the stamps I was talking about. And I wanted to use this little one that has stars and rainbows and hearts and everything, and then it doesn't work. Because I couldn't figure out where I could stamp it and make it look right. So kind of scrapped that idea. I did stick down a wood veneer at the bottom that says all you need to do is stand and sparkle, because it worked well for like her outfit and everything. And that is kind of my title. I am going to use a stamp that says Magical Days and stamp it up above the photo as well. So that's kind of my title too. I don't know. There's not like a real true title on this one. It's just a bunch of like subtitles, I guess. But I feel like that's okay sometimes not to have like a big title. I stuck that little bird that has that little music note because it was, you know, for dance, so I thought it was fitting. And then, like I said, those chipboard pieces I stuck around the hearts and the flowers and the stars. So here I have that Magical Days stamp, and I felt like I needed cursive, and that's why I decided to put it on here. So I'm going to just stamp it like right above the photo, kind of where the thread is sticking out. And then that's pretty much going to be my layout. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I'm rusty with the voiceovers. I promise I will get back in the swing of things. But yeah, I will have links down below for the Facebook group and the Etsy shop, so be sure to check everything out. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next time. Bye!